Good evening. Welcome to Geography of England. My name is Miss Lilian Cañete. We'll be together speaking about geography of this country. But first, I would like you to text me here. This is my phone number on WhatsApp. So that way we can create and make a WhatsApp group together. Well, today, lesson one, we'll be talking about physical features about England. Do you know why what physical feature is? Everything about mountains, rivers, or places inland, they are physical features. But before, do you know anything about England?
1,209 feet tall. And the lowest point in England is Helm Fen, which is 9 feet below sea level. With its beautiful architecture and diverse terrain, England is a land to behold.
It is the place that gave the world so much, from English language to Shakespeare to so many sports like cricket, football, rugby, golf, croquet, badminton, and lawn tennis, to name a few. England also gave us jigsaw puzzle, the internet, sandwiches, the train, toothbrush, the Beatles, department stores, and Helen Mirren. England also invaded so many independent, peaceful countries around the globe and left lasting effect. Kashmir war between India and Pakistan is a famous example. England, along with other European powers like Spain, Portugal, France, Netherlands, Denmark, and Sweden, were actively engaged in transatlantic slave for over 150 years. Britain alone transported million enslaved Africans to colonies in Americas. It has left a lasting and ongoing effect in both continents. Through colonization, England introduced common law legal system and parliamentary system of government that have been adapted by many countries around the globe. Are you ready to explore England? Let's go. It is one of the four regions that make up United Kingdom, not considered a separate nation, but it was an independent kingdom until 1707. It shares the land borders with the UK's two other regions, Wales and Scotland, and surrounded by five seas: the Irish Sea, Celtic Sea, the North Sea, Bristol Channel, and English Channel. England's flag is derived from the St. George's Cross. It is used as a component in the design of the Union Jack since 1606. England's coat of arms is the Royal Coat of Arms of England. It is formally adapted in the 12th century by Henry I. He used a single lion on his standard when he came to power in 1100. When he married his second wife, Adelise of Louvain, in 1221, he added the second lion to honor her father, who also had the lion on his shield. The two lions became three in 1154 when Henry II married Eleanor of Aquitaine. Her family crest also had a lion. Geography! England covers the area of central and southern two-thirds of the island of Great Britain, plus over 100 smaller offshore islands such as Isles of Scilly and Isle of Wight. English channels separate England from France and the continental Europe. However, they are physically connected by the Channel Tunnel. It is the longest undersea tunnel in the world. Topography of England is mainly green flat lower land with a gentle rolling hill, particularly in the southern part. Northern uplands, including the Pennines, are known as backbone of England. It is a chain of low mountains that divide the regions east and west. Mountains in Cumbria, in Lake District, and the Cheviot Hill straddle the border between England and Scotland. The highest point in England is Scafell Pike in the Lake District. It's about 978 meters tall. England's shores are beautiful. Where these hills meet the sea is the rock cliff, like the Cliff of Dover. Several large rivers run through England. The longest one is River Severn. The longest river entirely within England is the popular but slightly smaller River Thames that runs through London. England is also home to many lakes. The largest one is the Windermere in the Lake District. England's favorite topic of conversation is weather. It is generous to say the weather is unpredictable. The climate is considered temperate maritime and it has mild summers and winters. The precipitation is also common throughout the year. It rains most of the days. England's climate, moderated by its maritime location and the presence of Gulf Stream. The average January temperatures is about 1 degree Celsius and the average July high temperature is about 21 degrees Celsius.
History!
Let's start the history with the formation of British Isles. They were separated from mainland Europe about 8,000 years ago. These amazing Stonehenges was erected about 5,000 years ago. The Celtic people started to colonize the island about 600 BC. Romans, headed by Julius Caesar, invaded England in 54 BC. He knew he wasn't going to be successful, so he withdrew. Came back a year later with a lot more firepower and negotiated a surrender and a tribute. But he was too eager to return home for the winter due to growing unrest in the area, so he left England without leaving anyone to enforce his rule. The Romans succeeded in year 43, made Britannia a Roman province and ruled until year 410. Anglo-Saxon settlement started in 450 and ruled much of the island until year 793. The Vikings invaded the island in 866. Saxon king Alfred the Great defeated the Vikings in 926. The Danish conquered England in 1016. After the Norman conquest in 1066, William of Normandy became England's king. The 100-Year War with France began in 1337 and lasted until 1453. In 1349, the Black Death hit England and killed as much as half of the population. The War of the Roses between the families of the York and the Lancasters for the right to rule England began in 1455 and ended with the crowning of Henry Tudor as the King Henry VII. The Tudor era began. England and Wales were joined by the Act of Union in 1536. The Elizabethan era began in 1558 with the crowning of Queen Elizabeth I. The Stuart dynasty rule started in 1603 with the crowning of King James VI of Scotland as the King James I of England, and he united England and Scotland. The Act of Union passed by the English and Scottish Parliament in 1707. The Great Fire of London destroyed much of the city in 1666. The English Bill of Rights was established in 1689, giving more power to the Parliament. The British and the Irish Parliament were joined by the Act of Union in 1801 and the United Kingdom was born. The Brits defeated Napoleon at the Battle of Trafalgar in 1805. The Queen Victoria was crowned in 1837 and the Victorian era began. The First World War began in 1914 and the United Kingdom fought with the Allies against Germany and ended the war in 1918. The Second World War began in 1939 and ended in 1945. Queen Elizabeth II was crowned in 1952. Wow! That's the history of England in a jiffy.
People and culture!
England's population is about 56 million. About 71% of them are whites. Asians make up 12%. Blacks account for 6%. About 7% of them are mixed race. Remaining 4% either identified as other or unclassified. About half of them are Christians, third of them are non-religious, and Muslims account for 7%. Hindus make up 2%. English is the commonly used language, however, accent and dialects are different from region to region. Capital and the largest city by population is London. It is an amalgamation of former boroughs and counties. English contribution to both the British and the world cultures are too vast. Many scientific and technological advances originated in London. England played an important role in cinema, literature, music, art, democracy, shipbuilding, aircraft, motor vehicle, philosophy, mathematics, and sports. Humor, traditions, and good manners are some of the characteristics commonly associated with English. Like many other cultures around the world, English culture has been accented with other cultures from Afro-Caribbean, Asians, Muslims, and other immigrant groups. Even as English culture evolved, it continued to exert its influence on rest of the world. English music, film, and literatures are enjoyed worldwide. English people are one of the most cosmopolitan people, but they keep their tie to rural area. Urbanites may own a country home or cottage and commonly retire in the villages. English class system is fast disappearing, but still prevalent in some areas. English cuisine has traditionally been based on beef, lamb, pork, chicken, and fish, all cooked with minimum spice and herbs. It is generally served with potato and other vegetables. In the case of fish, it is deep fried in a batter and served with fried potatoes, fish and chips. It is traditionally wrapped in old newspaper to keep warm as a popular carry-out dish. Other traditional English dishes include scones, kippers, bangers and mash, pie and mash, bubble and squeak, blood pudding, Scotch egg, Yorkshire pudding, steak and kidney pie, Chelsea bun, plum and lunch, Cornish cottage cream, and sticky taffy puddings. These days, chicken tikka masala is widely considered a national dish, even though it is an Indian dish. Drinking tea is an important part of English culture. While tea is still a popular hot drink, coffee is getting popularity too. Sports plays an important part in English society. Popular team sports include football, field hockey, cricket, rugby, and netball. Major individual sports include badminton, tennis, boxing, motorsports, and horse racing.
Economy.
England's economy is one of the largest, most diverse, and truly dynamic in the world. GDP is about $2.5 trillion, and average GDP per capita is about $45,000 or 35,000 pounds. England is highly industrialized. It is an important producer of textile, chemical product, pharmaceuticals, transport vehicle, and much more. England excels in key technical industries, particularly aerospace, the arms industry, high tech, and software development. UK's technology sector is valued at 1 trillion US dollars, third behind United States and China. It is mostly based on England. A significant portion of the income comes from the City of London and its financial hub, banking, insurance, investment management, and other related financial services. Tourism plays a key role in the economy of England. Over 2 million people visit England each year. Creative industries like art, film, and music also play an important part in England's economy. Agriculture is intensive and highly mechanicalized and efficient by European standard, produce 60% of the food need with only 2% of labor force. Livestock take up large portion of the agriculture effort. Main crops include wheat, barley, oats, potatoes, and sugar. England retains a significant and large fishing industry
Divide the
as well.
country into northern and southern regions. The Cotswolds and the South Downs are examples of picture of hill areas. Don't forget about rivers, coastline, and climates. Speaking about river, the Thames, England's longest river, flows through London and has an been historical significance for trade and transportation. Climate. Remember, England experiences temperate maritime climate. So this is sort of mild temperatures, occasional rainfall, small temperatures. Let's go to urban and rural areas. Actually, England has a mix of urban and rural landscape. Major cities including London, Manchester, Birmingham, and Liverpool are important economic and cultural centers. Don't forget there are also expansive rural areas, farmland, and national parks. Speaking about national parks, they are the Lake District, Pitt District, Dartmoor, and Exmoor. As the video said, there are historical and cultural significance. Don't forget about the castle, the ancient sites, and of course the rural areas and countryside have inspired literature, art, and folklore. We'll speak a little about economic activities. Through time, England has been associated with a culture. Rural areas are still engaging in farming. However, the economy has diversified and urban areas play a significant role in finance, industry, and technologies. Well, this introduction provides a glimpse into the geographical features that define England, contributed its rich cultural heritage in shaping the way people live and interact with the environment. Nevertheless, let's delve deeper into some aspects of England's geography. Industrial heritage. This country played a pivotal role in the Industrial Revolution, and this historical legacy is reflected on its landscape. The Midlands, particularly around cities like Birmingham, was the center of industrial activity, while many industrial areas have undergone transformation. Remnants, mill factories, and canals can still be seen. Not only Birmingham, even Manchester. Cultural and historical landmarks. They could be the Tower of London, Stonehenge, Westminster Abbey, and Windsor Castle. For example, What about London? Well, we know it's the capital city and it's a global metropolis and a culture hub. What about the Lake District? This is in North England and is known for its stunning lakes, mountains, and pictures of village. The overplanning architecture actually exhibit a mix of architecture styles, ranging from medieval structure to modern skyscrapers. One planning has evolved over centuries and different cities showcase unique characteristics. For example, Bath is known for its Georgian architecture, while Manchester and Liverpool reflecting its the industrial past. Don't forget about agricultural landscape. The countryside is dotted with agricultural landscape, including lush green fields, wood and farms. East Anglia and Defence. In the eastern part of England, is known for its flat landscape and large expanse of farmland. And Defence and area woodlands, eastern, west, have been extended training for agriculture. Transportation networks. England has a well-developed transportation network. The road and rail systems connect cities and regions efficiently. London's Underground, aka the Top, is one of the oldest and busiest metro systems in the world. Environmental conservation. England places importance on environmental conservation and several areas are designed as areas of understanding natural beauty and sites of special scientific interest. This area of course contributes to biodiversity conservation and sustainable land management. Coastal erosion and protection. Coastal erosion is a concern in some areas, especially along the east coast. Efforts to manage and protect coastline include sea defense, beach nourishment, and sustainable coastal management strategies. Regional contrast. England exhibits regional contrast in terms of accent, tradition, and local cultures. The North-South divide is often mentioned in highlighting economic and cultural differences between the northern and southern regions. Well, understanding the nuances of England's geography provides insight into its rich tapestry, history, culture, and environmental diversity, while exploring the vibrant cityscape of true countryside, England offers a multifaceted experience for resident and visitor alike. In conclusion, English geography is a mosaic of diverse landscape, from the picturesque Lake District to the bustling metro of London. The country rich historical legacy is embedded in its cultural and architectural landmarks, while its cultural heritage and agricultural landscape contribute to its unique character. England's commitment to environment conservation and its well-connected transportation network further enhance its appeal. As a nation with a dynamic blend of urban and rural regions, England continues to captivate with its historical charm, natural beauty, and modern vibrancy. Well, to end this lesson, let's go to forum lesson 1. We have some questions and answers. We have five questions. Please take your time and try to answer each question. And see you next time.